Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your February reading. Thanks so much for being here. We are going to try this tonight. I tried doing this last night, and for whatever reason the energy was kind of all over the place. So I was like, you know what, let me just wait till tomorrow. We'll see how this reading goes. So the cards are as follows. The Knight of Cups, which is you, Sagittarius. You're coming out as the Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Cups is warm-hearted, open-minded. He's a little bit romantic about things. And there's, for whatever reason, even though I'm like looking at your chart and there's not really tons of romance going on in your chart, I think there is romance going on in your life, and it could be just romance toward life. It doesn't have to be with a person, but I just think overall you're feeling very optimistic about the future. You're feeling optimistic about where things are going to go and how things are going to unfold. And if you are in a relationship, I suspect on some level things are going well and you foresee a very real future with your person, okay? Now, I don't know that this reading has so much to do about you, because you seem to be pretty solid, pretty good. All this Capricorn energy is taking place in your second house, which is an earth house, right? It's the house of Taurus. And so I don't know. I feel like you're firmly planted. You're really, really good. Maybe you're staying at home, or maybe you're working hard. I don't know. But you're going about your business and you're just doing your thing. And that's it. And that's great. So what I'm seeing with the first few cards in the Spirit Guide spread, the 9-card block, first two cards come out like this. And the Knight of Swords is where the attention is at. This is the person who's loud. They're maybe, I don't know, it's coming from somewhere though. The Knight of Swords has been coming out a lot this month. Could have to do with the Mercury retrograde between Pisces and Aquarius. That's a strong possibility. Could have something to do with this Venus-Neptune thing, which is going to happen in the next couple of days. People just feeling confused about their values, confused about their money, confused about, what's important to them. And maybe they have had some kind of a fall from grace, which you'll see why I say that in just a minute. And, they're trying to talk to you. And I think they have a lot to say, but they're coming at you as a page, because I know that they know that if they unloaded on you, you'd be like, I can't, I just can't. This is not, why are you doing this to me, man? Keep it to yourself. Not that you don't want to help, but sometimes people just have too much. And I think in emotionally intelligence-wise, I think they get it. So they're coming at you as a page with just a little bit of an opener. They're kind of working their way in. Hopefully they're not, beating around the bush and they're completely avoiding the big issue. Hopefully that's not the case. But I also know that they have to kind of test the waters with you to see if you're open and amenable to hearing what they have to say. I think you are. Right? I think you are. I think even if there was some kind of an injustice or something unfair or whatever that was done, I think you're open to at least forgive. Maybe not continue down the path, but to, come together as two human beings and just, it's okay. Reconcile. All right? It's okay. It's going to work. It's not a big deal. We're going to figure this out. It might not be exactly what you want, but, we'll figure something out. I think that's all this person really needs to hear, is just that you hear them. They just want to know that, because they've been humbled recently. They've had a failure. Maybe they're really struggling with money. Maybe their sense of identity. Maybe they're not very self-reliant right now. Maybe they're struggling with their self-concept. Maybe they've got a lot of money, but now they're realizing that money doesn't really mean anything. And now they're like, oh my God, what's my life all about? Maybe it's a little bit of an existential crisis. Okay, fine. We just had Saturn and Pluto thing, so that could be expected. And this person is just looking for, a lifesaver. And maybe that's what you are. Maybe you're just a lifesaver, not for them to grab onto you and drown you so they can kind of pull themselves up out of the water, but at least to help them float so they can at least breathe and, catch a breath and just figure things out and get a clear head or whatever. If this person is kind of really coming at you, I do sense Sagittarius will be pulling away. So if you are a cross watcher and you really want to talk to your Sagittarius, come at them as a Page of Cups. You know, very small communication. It's Aquarius season after all, which is spotty at best when it comes to communication. And, you know, keep it light. You can have heavy stuff behind it, but just keep it light in order to get your foot in the door. And the best, you know, strategy is to let this Sagittarius know what you are already doing to find your own internal unity, because maybe this reading is even more for some of the cross watchers. I don't know. And maybe some of you Sagittarians are like, man, if only my person would just like figure out their stuff, you know, maybe then it would work. If they could just be confident, you know, if they could just lighten up a little bit, we could totally work it out. But, you know, you have to come to your Sagittarius, and Sagittarius, any advice you give is going to always be pushed back onto the other person. I don't think anyone is getting away with not taking responsibility for their own life. And Sagittarius is like a judge, I think. They're being, I'm not saying they're being unkind, because I don't see that, but they are being brutally honest. You do have Scorpio in the 12th house, which makes sense. You know, you do kind of force people to be honest with you. I don't think a lot of people can get away with stuff with Sagittarius energy. It's just not really possible, because you can just see right through it. And, you know, if someone is really trying to establish unity within themselves, to work out their own duality, to work out their own problems, Sagittarius is all ears, because they've figured it out, and you're kind of in that place too, you know. And so you have to show, right, cross watchers, you have to show that you're doing the work. And your Sagittarius will listen. And again, another thing with the work coming out is the Queen of Coins, which is directly, and you'll see the cards when I put them under or when I put the camera up. The cards are coming out like this. So Knight of Swords is being founded by the Queen of Coins, who's right next to the Lovers. So this is about the work. This is about actually getting to that place of internal unity so that an external union can be pliable. Communication, I think once the door is open with the Page of Cups, you will then be free to truly express what you want to express. Because the Sagittarius, I know you're going to respond in a calm way. You know, it's not going to be harsh. It's not going to be brash. It's going to be calm and understanding, and it's going to be welcoming. And you know, and I think this person is safe with you. That's one thing Sagittarius is really good at, is making people feel safe to just kind of be who they are. But you got to show you're doing the work, because you're just not going to get away with anything. And Sagittarius, you are not going to let anyone get away with stuff. There's no cheating, there's no lying, there's no pity party, there's no sob story. Like, none of that has a place here. That's not the stuff that anyone should be bringing to the table. So it's the actions, it's the hard and fast facts of what is going on, you know. So if you want to just go to your Sagittarius and whine and cry, it's not going to go well. So you can come to them with problems, but only so long as you're willing to really hear and do the solutions. There's compassion, but there's not a lot of sympathy. Do you see? There's just not a lot of sympathy on the Sagittarius part. So, Sagittarius, I know you're willing to work with people. You're willing to work it out. 3 of Coins, you know, like, you get it. You get the humanness that's here. You've been humbled. You have failed. You've done this kind of crap before. We all have. It's not special. It doesn't make anyone special. And so, you know, you build on it. You modify and you build. And the 3 of Coins is kind of the beginning of what it takes to really build a legacy. You work with people, you communicate, a lot of cards of amazing communication going on. And you just do what you have to do. But see, Sagittarius, you're going to be skeptical, I think. I do. I think you are going to feel yourself moving in the positive direction, but in the back of your mind, you're going to be like, is this change really for real? So I don't know why this reading is like more for the cross watchers, and me, Sagittarius, you're just in such a neutral position right now. You have work going on and it's great. You have whatever you have going on and it's going fine. And, there might be some relationships that are like kind of in and out or whatever, and that's fine. I just don't see you being entirely bothered by stuff. But you're so neutral and you're just so observant of everything. You're just watching people. You're watching what they say. You're watching how they follow through. You're watching if they're meeting deadlines. You're watching if they say they're going to call you in a few days. Do they actually call you? And there's no emotional investment here on the part of Sagittarius at all. So if someone is coming and complaining about their life, and you say, well, then go fix it. If they're doing it, great. If not, great. But it's not my problem, right, Sagittarius? It's not your problem. So you're perfectly happy to be here with people. And you're only going to be as invested on a day-to-day basis. You're not so invested on the future with anybody because you're kind of waiting to see if they can turn this stuff around. Can they get to the place of being self-confident? Can they get to the place of getting their finances in order? Can they feel good about their life? Can they just be happy? Can they lighten up? Can they stop being so serious all the time? Can they stop pressuring themselves and other people? And we'll just see. And you're perfectly happy hanging out. I kind of like the Hanged Man energy. It's growing on me. Because sometimes it can be frustrating because we want things to move forward. We want progress, and yet somehow we feel like we're trapped in this energetic current of Neptune, of like everything is out of my control. But sometimes that's a really cool place to be because then you don't invest. And you can just observe, and you can just take it one day at a time, and there's no stress or anxiety at all. This person doubts a lot the work. They doubt their ability to do the work. They doubt whether or not they really want to. Some people may be dealing with, this is how the cards came out. Some people will be dealing with people who, they're going to talk the talk, but they will not walk the walk. And that's why there's no emotional investment, because on some little teeny tiny voice back there, it says, just watch. Just pay attention, and just see how it goes. This is still back there. This person I think they're gonna show you the right things in the beginning, and some of you may be dealing with some narcissistic people. This is not going to be everybody, right? But a few of you are dealing with narcissistic behavior. And this could be, what happens after an abusive contact, or some kind of fight that you have, and then you go away and come back, that whole dance that so many of us have been through. And you could be listening to their words, and now you're like, okay, yeah, prove it. Right. But again, they could be a little shy of the work, or they could feel like, oh my gosh, Sagittarius gave me a second chance. Am I really going to live up to what this is? Am I really going to live up to what this could be, which is full of abundance? Maybe you're dealing with someone who struggles with having abundance. For one day or a few days, they might be all in, yes, let's do it. Let's make it happen. Let's go to work. Let's build it. But day after day, the energy shifts, and they could really sink back into this feeling of not deserving. That's why you're so neutral about it, because it's are they going to fall back into their Six of Wands and Nine of Swords? Are they going to fall back into it? Are they going to go back into the funk? Are they going to continue to feel lack of self-confidence? And so this is prove it. They got to prove it to you, Sagittarius. And it's not just prove it over the course of a week. Prove it over the course of 6 months, and then maybe I'll really listen. Maybe I'll really take it seriously. There is a strong promise that unity can be reestablished. Trust can be reestablished. Coming together can work. Yes, definitely it can. But only if this person can deal with their Nine of Swords and continue to work in spite of them. and you're just watching. See? There's a doubt of the work, doubt of the ability to create on their part. They might not feel worthy for you, Sagittarius. They might feel like they don't deserve everything you're offering them, which is, of course, ridiculous. But you can't make someone feel like they deserve something. They have to just feel it. They have to feel their own divinity. That's why you're watching. Standing back, feeling your way through it, no judgment, nothing, just watching. So let's go ahead and put the camera down, see how these cards are laid out, and we'll see what the comprehensive clarifiers are, and we'll see you in just a sec. Thanks. Okay, so here you can see all the cards, how they're all laid out. Let's pull a Moonology card to clarify the Knight of Cups energy, which is you. What more do we need to know about the Sagittarius energy here? Okay, that one seems to want to come out. Prosperity lies ahead. Yeah, for you, Sagittarius. For you, for sure. You're in the Lover's energy. You got it. You have it all. And you got it. You know how it works. You know what it means to feel the abundance. This is the wonderful thing about the Jupiterian energy. And Mars in your sign is just doing you a lot of favors. You know that your hard work is paying off, but you have to only know that for yourself. That's where this person is struggling a lot, is feeling like they deserve stuff. It's feeling like they can't come back from it. And that's a hard thing. This is one of those, like, you could be compatible in every way. You could have a creative vision, you could have dreams, but if someone doesn't think that they could really have it, then it's never going to work for them. Conflict and defeat. Yeah, you cannot convince this person. You cannot convince them. That's why their work and what they do has to prove it to you. So, again, willingness to listen, totally, 100%. Willingness to work it out, 100%, no problem. I think Sagittarius is very accepting right now, but only if you put your money where your mouth is. So let's take a look at the clarifiers. For those of you who are new to my channel, the cards I'm about to pull out will be clarified in the comprehensive reading. The link will be down in the description box. We usually talk for another 20 to 25 minutes in those videos. So let's see here for Sagittarius, your vibe. Oh, interesting. Eight of Swords, huh? I think there's just a lot of faith in, I'm not going to worry so much about how this plays out. I think your lack of investment says a lot about you. I think that's a good thing. Your lack of emotional investment anyway. I think that's a real good thing. And it's going to serve you well. This person is really struggling with how much they care about you. They care about you. They're like pulling you toward them and pushing you away at the same time. And that can be a really hard, oh, that's too many, hold on. We're not going to take those. That can just be a really hard thing to really deal with sometimes. Ooh, Hanged Man. That's why you gotta wait and see. Not just for a week, not just for a month. This has to play out over the course of a substantial period of time. And the Moon. See, they're in a weird, super weird place. They've been disillusioned. Maybe they thought the grass was greener on the other side and they left and now they're back. Yeah, maybe they are realizing it's easier with you. Lovers. Double Lovers. Ooh, we like that one. Well, these swords connect with this Queen of Coins here. Wow, we're going to do one more, clarifying that Lovers. This is an inner battle that is, it's not you, Sagittarius. I really don't think it's you. I mean, it could be. I mean, some of you cross watchers out there, the roles could definitely be reversed. That's perfectly, you know, acceptable here. But I think in general, it's just hard to convince someone that they deserve it. Ooh, 3 of coins to clarify the 3 of coins. Gotta do the work. One more actually to clarify that Hanged Man. Okay. 9 of Swords. Oops. I get 3? Oh, I did get 3. Okay. Was that upright or not? I don't remember if that was upright or reversed. We'll keep it reversed. And then the Lovers will finish out the environment. You're all in your mutable vibe right now with the Knights. Okay. And then the very bottom of the deck is the Star. Okay. So this is where we'll pick up for those of you who want to join me in the comprehensive. Again, that link will be down in the description box. Thank you guys so much for everything. I wish you absolutely nothing but the best. Have an excellent Aquarius season, and I will see you in about a month for Pisces season. Take care. Bye-bye.